Hello dear friends, and welcome to this video in our YouTube channel. In this video friends, we shall be looking at the question we have here on screen. It was a question that was set by the Polytechnic Yaounde Entrance Examination Board. So friends, we shall be answering this question. You can see we have here on screen, and as soon as this video ends guys, we are going to be answering the next part because this is not the only part about the question. So friends, the question reads that in a plane defined by the autonomial reference system, that's the OIJ unit on both axes 2 centimeters. Okay, now the A part is saying that we should consider a real number A and B such that A is less than 0, less than B. Now they said given the numerical functions g of real variables defined by g of x equals the natural log of ax plus 1 over bx plus 1. Good. Now the first part is saying that we should determine the domain of g, and 2, we should show that the points omega of coordinates negative a plus b over 2ab times the natural log of the absolute value of a over b belongs to the curve c of g. Then the question 3 is saying that we should show that the point omega is the center of symmetry to g. All right, so friends, let's start with the first part. The first part simply wants us to determine the domain of g. All right, so now, and the function given guys is a natural log function, right? Good, great. So if we want to get the domain of a natural log function guys, all that we have to keep in mind is that the interior of this our function, has to be greater than 0, since the natural logarithm is not defined for negative values or is not defined when the interior is 0. Good. All right, so guys, let's have a function. This is our function in this case. Like I said, all we have to take note is that the interior of this our natural logarithm function should not be 0, or it should be greater than 0. Great. So guys, now like I said, we have ax plus 1 over bx plus 1 that has to be greater than 0. Great. So now guys, at this point in time now, we can therefore get our critical values by simply equating top and bottom to 0. By so doing, we are going to have ax plus 1 equal to 0, or guys, we can have bx plus 1 equal to 0. Good. By so doing guys, if we solve for our x here, if we solve for x, we're going to have x with negative 1 over a, and solving for b here guys, we are going to have our x to be the same like negative 1 over b. Good. Now that we have this our two critical values, right, all we need to do now is to test them using the number line. Good. So that's a number line of this form guys. Now friends, an important thing to take note is the interval that they gave us here. Okay, that is a is less than 0 and 0 is less than b. If a is less than 0 guys, that therefore means that what a is a negative number, right? And if 0 is less than b, therefore means that what guys, b is a positive number. Now if a is a negative number, right, it means we're going to have negative 1 over negative a. That therefore implies this our first value here is positive, right? Now if our b on the other hand is a positive number, right, that therefore means that this other critical value is going to be x equal to negative 1 over a positive value, which gives us negative. In essence guys, what I'm saying now is that this our first critical value is since a is less than 0, is a positive value, and this other guy is a negative value. That therefore means that negative 1 over b is now less than negative 1 over a, since a is negative and b is positive. So in this way guys, we are going to have negative 1 over b towards this point, and on this other point we are going to have negative 1 over a. Good. Now friends, we have to take note that negative 1 over b and negative 1 over a are not members of the domain. Okay, they are not members of the domain, since the sign here is a strict sign, is greater than 0, so they are not members of the domain. So all we have to put on top of them guys are open circles. So we have an open circle here and we have an open circle here. So friends, if they were members of the domain, we are going to put open circles and shade them. Great. But since they are not, we just have open circles. Now if we take a number that is between negative 1 over b and negative 1 over a, Since we know that negative 1 over b is a negative number and negative 1 over a is a positive number, that therefore means that 0 is between negative 1 over b and negative 1 over a, right? Good. So if we take any number, we can take 0 and we put in the 0 and 0 here. We are going to have 1 over 1 and it's greater than 0, right? Or better say it is positive. So between negative 1 over b and negative 1 over a, the sign is going to be positive. So we have a positive sign. Then now, guys, taking any, if here is positive, guys, this way must be negative. Okay, this way must be negative, and this way as well must be negative. Since the signs must always intersect, here must be negative. Great. So friends, and the region in which we are interested in is what the region that has given us positive signs, namely between negative 1 over b and negative 1 over a. Good. That's what we have. That therefore implies, guys, our domain now is now going to be from negative 1 over b less than x less than negative 1 over a. That's great, guys. That's great. So this is the domain of definition of this our function g of x. So guys, that's the answer for the first part. Then now, friends, this second part wants us to show that the point omega of coordinates this belongs to the curve C. All right. So now, friends, if this our point omega, right? If this our point omega therefore belongs to the curve, guys, it therefore means that our g of negative a plus b over 2ab, that has to be the same like what, guys? The natural log of absolute value of a over b. Great. So keep in mind that since it is g of x, right, that therefore means that our first value here is the x value and the next value is the g of x value. Good. That therefore means that for every x value we take and we compose in g, right, we are going to have a resultant value of the natural log of a over b. That's great. So friends, if we keep in mind that our g of x is the natural log of ax plus 1 over bx plus 1. So if we plug in everything, guys, we are never going to have our g of negative a plus b over 2ab, which is equals to the natural log of a. Our x is the negative a plus b over 2ab. So we simply substitute everything, everywhere we see x, with our negative a plus b over 2ab. Good. So for if we simplify further, we are therefore going to have the natural log of negative a squared minus ab plus 2ab all over negative ab minus b squared plus 2ab. Good. That's what we have, guys. If we now simplify again, we are therefore going to have the natural log of negative a squared plus ab all over negative b squared plus ab. Good. So friends, if we factor out a from the numerator and factor out negative b from the denominator, we are therefore going to have the natural log of a. We have b minus a over negative b into b minus a. Good. So friends, let's keep in mind that the natural log function, as we said, guys, is not defined for negative value, right? So we need the absolute value. We need absolute values to make everything here positive. But meanwhile, b minus a and b minus a, they can cancel. So we need absolute value. So we are therefore going to have the natural log of the absolute value of a over b. Great. So guys, since our g of negative a plus b over 2ab has given us the natural log of the absolute value of a over b, guys, we can therefore conclude that hence omega belongs to our curve. Great. That's it, guys. That's it. So now, friends, let's look at the equation 3 of the equation. Wow, great. So friends, please don't forget to like the video, friends. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed, guys. If you're not subscribed, because you're going to be missing quite a lot from all our contents. Great. All right. So friends, the one also show that the point omega is the center of symmetry of the curve. Great. So friends, you really have to take special note. Okay, we really have to take special note. So friends, if the point omega is the center of symmetry of our curve, then friends, most importantly, guys, our g of negative x plus the first x value, which is negative a plus b over 2ab, plus g of x plus the same x value, that is negative a plus b over 2ab, guys, that has to be the same as 2 times the y value. Great. That's an important condition you should take note, guys. Don't bother, I shall explain in full details again. All right. So friends, keep in mind that our g of x is simply going to be natural log of ax plus 1 over bx plus 1, right? Good. So if we substitute everything, guys, we are therefore going to have the natural log of a into negative x plus negative a plus b over 2ab, or that plus 1, and so on, guys. So this is what we're going to have when we put g of negative x plus this. Now friends, plus g of x plus negative into a plus b over 2ab. If we do that, we are going to have a into, we have x plus negative a plus b over 2ab plus 1, and so on, guys. So that's what we're going to have. So if you simplify further, guys, we are therefore going to have, if you simplify this portion, you are going to have the natural log of negative 2a squared bx minus a squared plus ab all over negative 2ab squared x minus b squared plus ab. Then simplifying this one in a similar manner, guys, we are therefore going to have in a similar manner 2a squared b minus a squared plus ab all over 2a b squared x minus b squared plus ab. Wait. So friends, if we factorize a from this, if we factorize a in the numerator and b in the denominator, guys, and in this way we factorize negative a from the numerator and negative b from the denominator, we are therefore going to have, this way we have a over b into exactly what we have. Then friends, here as well, factoring negative a from the top and negative b from the bottom, we are therefore going to have the natural log of negative a over negative b into what we have here, guys. Now friends, based on our law of indices, right, and based on our law of logarithms, sorry, which simply states that the natural log of a sum is simply going to be the product of their interiors into the natural logarithm. So if you do that, guys, and simplify, we are therefore going to have the natural log of a over b plus the natural log of a over b. Keep in mind for that we need to take care that everything in the natural logarithm has to be positive, right? Everything has to be positive. So we need the absolute value signs just as we did here. Wait. So simplifying that, guys, is going to give us 2 times the natural log of the absolute value of a over b as required, guys, as required. So based on the statement I made here initially, that if this is equal to 2 times the natural log of the absolute value of a over b, we conclude that it is that the point omega is the center of symmetry. So we can therefore conclude with all confidence that hence the point omega is the center of symmetry of our curve. Great. So friends, I want you to take special note, okay? Take special note about this, what I'm about to write, guys. Let's look at the key concept, guys. Very, very important. Don't joke with it, guys. Very important. Now, if we suppose, guys, that the point alpha and beta is a center of symmetry of a curve, we can call that curve like f of x. Then, guys, most importantly, f of negative x plus alpha plus f of x plus alpha, that has to be the same like 2 beta. If you look at it carefully, you see that it is the same knowledge that we apply, right? The same knowledge. The first point here is our alpha and the next point is our beta. So f of negative x plus alpha plus f of plus g of x plus alpha has to be the same like what, 2 beta. Great. So friends, that's it for the video. That's it. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much, guys, and don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you not subscribe, because we are going to be posting very great important content that are going to help you. For those that are taking the medicine concours, those taking the engineering concours and so on, guys, we are going to help you pass all those exams. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.